Hey guys, what's going on? It is Dylan back again with another Adobe Photoshop tutorial video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys real quickly and simply how to add reflection to basically like a text layer or any kind of graphic or image if you kind of want a reflective type look to the graphic. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. Grab my text tool and I'm just going to type in reflective text. Now understand, you may want to add some gradient, you may want to add a stroke, shadow, bevel, embossing, whatever you want to do to fancy up your text. You could do that first, and then when you're at the point where you're ready to make a reflection on this, then that's when you'll proceed to this point. So I'm just going to keep it simple and just keep it right there for this demonstration on this video. Now what we want to do now is we want to go over here to our layers, and on this text layer right here, we want to right click, and you want to first convert it to a smart object, and then right click again and rasterize that layer. Okay, so we just right click, convert it to a smart object, then right click, rasterize layer. Now this isn't viewed or treated like a text object anymore. It's a flattened graphic basically. It's like an image, you know what I mean? So now what we do from there is we right click again, and then we want to duplicate the layer. So we basically just want to make an exact copy of it. Now from there, with this layer selected, you want to go to edit, transform, and you want to flip it vertical. So then from there it just flips it vertically. Then you just want to grab that layer, drag down, and I always like to keep a little tiny gap in between, kind of like that. Of course, there's no really technically a right or wrong way to do it. You could have it button up completely against it. It all just depends on kind of what you like, but I think it looks good kind of like that. Now, so here's our upside down layer right here, and I'm just going to name it that. You don't have to do this, but it just kind of helps you keep track of what, and we know it's that upside down one because we can click the eyeball and see it goes away when you don't see it. So now with that layer selected, what you want to do is you want to go down here to this icon right here, and what that does is you want to click it when you have that, when your upside down layer selected, you want to click it, and what that does is it adds a layer mask to it. So then you see this little chain and another white box. So now that we have a layer mask created on this layer, with that layer still selected, you want to come over here and go to your gradient tool, which is right here. It looks like a little box with black to white fade, a gradient. And this is very important, guys. Pay attention here for sure. You have to make sure that this gradient is black on the left, black to white, not white to black, not teal to orange, not purple to green. Black on the left to white, and then you can click on the basics here, and it's already a preset. Black to white is what you want. Now what you're going to do is, when you still have the gradient tool selected and you have your black to white going, you want to come down to the point to where you want full transparency, meaning it's completely faded out. And so by the top of this text right here at this point, I want it completely transparent, right? I'm going to hold down the shift key, and then I'm going to click on my mouse, and I'm going to drag up. And what the shift key does is it makes it to where you're either going to be dragging up to a 90-degree angle or a 45-degree angle, or straight that way. But so we want it to go completely straight. And if we drag it to right there to the top of the reflective text and let go, see what it does is it gives you a nice little gradient to where it's fully viewable, and then it fades out to transparency. Now I'm going to hit Command Z on my keypad, which is back. Guys, you can experiment with this. You can start down here and go clear up here and see how it I don't really like that, but let's start here, and instead of stopping right here, let's drag up a little more. See, I think that looks a little better. So there you go. That's pretty much how you do it. And then if you want to get a little bit fancier, what you can do is once you're happy with the look of this, you can right click on this layer, convert it to smart object, right click again, rasterize it. Now again, it's treated like a flattened image. You can move this around, and then here's what kind of can look cool depending on what the kind of look you're going for. With this layer selected, if you'll click edit, transform, perspective, then you'll go to one of these corners right here and drag out. See how it kind of gives it a like there's almost a shadow type effect, like it's kind of it's all visual, but that looks pretty cool too right there. And so that's just basically the basics of how you can add reflection to anything. And of course, you could have like a graphic or a logo and you could do the same thing. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also, please be sure to subscribe, as I'll continue to have more Adobe Photoshop tutorial videos upcoming in the future. As always, guys, I enjoyed it. This is Dylan.